And in a stunning display of fortitude, the Olympia Raiders managed to hang in there with big-name in-state powerhouse Utah, ranked in the top 15 and expected to win the Pac-12. It was a close game throughout, and Jason Price's arm fueled much of what was an amazing pass performance, with Ray Cantrell and Lance Roach leading the way in receiving. The running game took a step back, but the defense stepped up in what they needed to in the first half, and the offensive passing game was something to build upon. I expect the running game to regress to the mean, or I guess progress to the mean, and be better next week, and so you may be looking at a new Olympia team that can contend with other teams in the state of Utah.
And we open things up with the rivals Bingham and Herriman, with Braxton Hayes getting work early and often, Tyler Hunt throwing beautiful passes to him. Tyler Hunt looks so comfortable this game. Watch him as he rolls out on this play. He's going to see nobody covering him on the corner side, and he's just going to hold and wait while his blocking is just perfect and finds Dion Hurt down the sideline for about a 20-yard gain. Bo Johnson, not as effective as would have hoped. He really he didn't get a lot of opportunities because that Bingham defense was great. But here he is bouncing on the outside, showing him he can stretch it off the tackle right there. And then Tyler Hunt, just a phenomenal performance. Watch as he just sits in the pocket, waits, finds his tight end, big Braxton Hayes, somebody looking at Olympia right now. And here's Bo Johnson just not getting anything done. On the other side of the ball, it was all about Kosi Mensah today. There he is getting a touchdown. He's such a versatile threat, both a receiving fullback and blocking. And here is Ezekiel Roberts catching it down the middle on that little post route. Zeke Roberts is just such a good receiving tight end. Kosi showing he has the running back potential on the stretch play. So it was back to Herriman needing to show that they could beat their biggest rival Bingham here. And Tyler Hunt, off the play action, gonna throw a pick, unfortunately. That would put them in a pretty hole, but here they are with the ball back yet again. A deep go route to Dion Hurd, who just manages to beat everyone. If he gets a chance, if you don't press him at the line, his speed will outrun you. And look at him just getting open. That's just phenomenal route running. And then we have a toss play to Bo Johnson. And this actually goes for a decent ways. Bo Johnson showing he has to tap into some of that speed to beat this Bingham defense. Braxton Hayes on a post route now. Gonna get open. He's not quite gonna get into the end zone, but they would still score. Herriman needing to tie the game up now. Another deep route. Dion Hurd, such an explosive athlete, just getting himself open to give Herriman the lead. Back on offense, Bingham. Kosi Mensah getting most of the snaps at back today. Gets a little screen pass, and then at about midfield, he's going to get the stretch play. Gets one block, and then it's a foot race to the end zone, and one that he wins. Bingham now down by 1 point, needs an extra point to tie. They're going to go for the win. Zeke Roberts catches it, and Bingham knocks off Herriman. Northridge versus Highland. A game that would be much closer than most anticipated at first. Darius McIntyre immediately showing what his legs can do, and then back on offense, Kyle Price showing what his arm can do. Look at this dart on the skinny post down the field. Then Darius McIntyre back with the offense in his hands, rolling out, finds the man. Beautiful throw on the run right there. Guy shrugs a few tackles, gets down to the 10. Northridge scores. Northridge back on offense, back down here again. Kyle Price throwing just another beautiful pass. But then it was all about Cody Calloway today. The man who plays many positions, getting the ball, and then on the kickoff return of all things, getting about 50 yards just about on the return. Not bad. Then on offense at quarterback, he would show why he's such a dominant threat. Look at that. He does fumble on this play, but look at him getting about 30 yards on the QB scramble. Yet again, he's going to roll out here and find a man on the... Did you see that throw on the run? That was impressive. One more rollout here. He's going to get hit, and that was Dylan Winters. And we're going to see this again. Dylan Winters just pursuing him and not letting him roll out of his vision. Dylan Winters, such a good defensive end. And then on another kickoff return, Cody Calloway takes this one to the house this time. Darius McIntyre, not to be outdone though, rolling out, running, and look at the lane for him. Gonna break a tackle and just bowl his way through a few people. He's so fast when he gets to the open field. Kyle Price on the play action, gonna find his target down the field, and this man is gonna shrug a few tackles to get into the end zone. And then one more return for Cody Callaway. This man would be running up and down the field today on defense, on offense, on special teams, and he was just carrying Highland. A chance to win it all. Cody Callaway gonna throw it deep over the middle, and it is caught for the touchdown. Highland escapes with the win today. And then we have Pineview versus Lone Peak. Now Pineview is a heavy favorite, and this man is considered why. Look at Kylan just run all over Lone Peak. He was showing why he is the next generational quarterback out of Utah. Look at him hitting on the nice across the field for the touchdown. But then Robbie West, the kicker slash quarterback, showing he can do a bit on the run here, throwing across the field. Ball gets dropped, but good pass nonetheless. Robbie West on the play action. We know this is his game off the play action. Finds the man across the middle of the field. And it looked like Lone Peak, a terrible team in terms of paper, was actually showing up. And then a jump ball gets caught. Robbie West on the option here, pitches it out, holds perfectly for the touchdown. But Pineview would not be outdone, and there he is, the junior running back, Damian Hyde. And he is fast. Here he just dominates. But then Robbie West showing off the leg with a 57-yard field goal. This was crazy, and they weren't out of it. But Kai Linehan would put the foot to the throat, and another throw, kind of like Robbie West earlier, that just gets him about 40 yards, and then on the ensuing play, little RPO, finds his wide receiver across the middle, touchdown, game. Last but not least, we have West Jordan, the powerhouse of Utah, and they're taking on Timpview today, and Atari Mason came out and he was showing why he is an interesting prospect at quarterback. Making throws, he was good on his feet. Here you can see he just finds an opening, makes a man miss, and gets about 10 yards on the scramble. Atari Mason was all over the field. He was dominant. Here he hands off to his running back, touchdown. West Jordan will go up by a lot. But then Bradley Garrett on defense, he's going to force the fumble here with a huge hit. They come up with it, and Bradley Garrett, again, here he is on defense. And the ball's going to be thrown deep, and he picks it off. But he dropped it. See, that's the thing with Bradley Garrett. He's so big play that sometimes he just misses the big ones. And then Tari Mason finding his wide receiver who breaks a tackle, and they win the game.
Black five, black five. Dog four, to go. Dog four, to go. Dog four, to go. Red two, to go. Red two, to go. Red two, to go. Red two, yellow three.
And on a week with Kosi Mensah visiting, you can see Bo Johnson has us second in the race with Minnesota. It's going to be a tough one. Tyler Hunt, Tari Mason, Dion Hurd, Kosi, Bradley Garrett, these are all battles that we're starting to win, you can see. And we're just so close in some of them. And then some of them, like Chris Harris, we're not in the lead for. We're not in the lead for a Ricky James or a Robert Farad or even a D'Angelo Heath. Some of these guys we just can't get. Robbie West, he's gone. You have Cole Bright, the generational talent. I mean, he is going to be possibly a number one pick overall in the NFL someday. He is looking like Baylor, maybe Texas Tech, but not us.
Red 2. Blue 4. Blue 4. To go. Here we go. Green 8. To the go. Here we go. To the go. Here we go. Green 8. To the go. Here we go. Green 8. To the go. Here we go. To the go. Here we go. To the go. Here we go. To the
And so for the depth chart changes, we have Dusty Hickman, who will be getting time at linebacker for his speed. Filling in at free safety for him will be Chris Kemp. He really showed up in practice. And finally, at cornerback, we're going to slot in Roy Bolden, the other free safety. And then making his debut as a returner is going to be Lance Roach. He's done so well for us as a wide receiver. We're going to see what he can do as a playmaker at returning.